Today we're going to be working on a 2003 Ford Eddie Expedition 5.4 liter V8. I've had trouble with the engine skipping, and I kind of know what the problem is, but I just wanted to go through it so everybody can see how I troubleshoot it to find out what the problem is. So just follow along. Okay, so what I found driving along is that I have the check engine light came on, which was actually flashing intermittently, and the engine is kind of missing, I could tell. And so I got my scanner out, which is a Autel scanner. Is the Maxi Elite, however you pronounce that, and I'm checking now for the codes, but it should tell us exactly which cylinder is missing, and then we can start from there. Okay, so what we have is a cylinder 1 misfire, and that's a P0301, and we also have a P0171, which I'll check into that later, but I don't think there is a real issue there. So anyway, what I'm going to do next is start pulling the covers off so we can get down to cylinder 1. So again, this is our 2003 Ford Explorer. It has the Triton 5.4 liter. We have to take this cover off to be able to get to cylinder 1, which is, on this vehicle, it's the first cylinder on the left side here. So I'm going to start doing that now. Okay, what I want to show you is a issue I've known about, but I wanted to show you is here the wire rubs on that hose right here, and there is some, appears to be have gotten worse, and it's a little exposed to that hose. So I'm going to try to repair that wire and then check the car again to see if that fixes my problem first. My intention is, though, is if that is not the issue, is to swap cylinder 1 and 2 coil packs to see if the problem follows the coil pack or not. And if it does, then I know it's the coil pack for sure. But for now, I have to take care of the exposed wire issue. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added some tape to the connection, and the camera's not wanting to focus again, but I've put tape on the wire, and hopefully that will keep it from grounding out against the, or shorting against that black tube. And then we're going to Okay, so here we're going to back out of this on the reader, and we're going to reset the codes. If I could do this without, I'm going to erase the codes. Erase. Okay, I've erased the codes and it says done. So we've cranked the car up to see if our light's gone, which our light is gone. Okay, so I'm going to back out of this, go back to read codes, pending, since we don't have any stored codes. Pending codes will look and see if there's anything going on. It says no pending codes. Alright, so I'm gonna just to make sure we're set here. I still have a skip, so it's possible that the grounding has messed up the coil. So let's see. Go back to read codes again. Pending codes. It still says no pending codes. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes and then we'll check again. Okay, so what we have is a P0316 engine misfire detected on startup. P0301 cylinder 1 misfire detected. So we still have the misfire on cylinder 1. So I'm going to move the coil from cylinder 1 and we're going to move the coil to cylinder 2. So we're going to take this back off and take the coil out. There's one bolt holding the coil. I'll probably have to pull this connector to get the coil out. Swap it with coil 2 and see if the problem follows the coil. Like might have a little moisture in there, but I'll have to take a closer look at that in a minute. It has been raining a lot. It's been wet. It's really wet lately. Okay, so I don't think I have to take off injector plug 2. Do have to remove coil plug 2 coil. Now when you're in here working around, be careful of a lot of these vacuum hoses. You could accidentally disconnect some. You have your heater connection, vacuum line, your ERT system, vacuum lines. There's some plugs in here. So when you're going through here, pushing some of these hoses around and such, you could accidentally pull some of those loose, and that'll cause you even more problems. I have gone through the vehicle and replaced a lot of vacuum hoses before solving some vacuum line issues. You saw the other emissions issue earlier on the code reader. I can check that out when I'm finished, but vacuum lines on these cars, this one has over 200,000 miles, and vacuum lines do deteriorate and over time and just have to be replaced. Okay, so I have that bolt out. Let's pull coil 2 out. Okay. This one also has a little bit of moisture, so it could be just condensation from sitting here. Got some old trash that's in here. Getting down in spark plug hole. Leaf in there, I see. Get him out of there. Okay, so this coil, just trying to see the condensation. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's kind of beaded up on there. I believe this coil is an original coil. Okay, and then the one I just took off has the X on it. To be honest, I don't remember why I put the X, but could have been this gray one, I believe, is a replacement anyway from one. So if this bad, which has a little bit of condensation, I'll be taking this back because I don't think it's too long ago that I bought it and replace it. So anyway, we're going to swap this to position 2. Make sure we get it down in there correctly. It just sits on top of the spark plug. And the spring has to line up on the spark plug. And then you have to make sure the coil bolt lines up on the hole, but I'm not going to bolt it up right yet. I just got it pushed down on there so we can do our test. Put the plug on there. Okay. I'm going to put the other one back on cylinder 1. Plug it up. See if our problem follows the cylinder. Have to plug the injector back up also. Cylinder 1. Okay, so after a few minutes of restarting the car and letting it run for about 5 minutes, our misfire is now, since we've moved the coil to cylinder 2, the misfire is now on cylinder 2, P0301, cylinder 2. So this tells us that the coil is bad. While I'm at it, just want to tell you about this Autel scanner. It will read almost every car in the world. I have a BMW, a Volvo, a Ford Explorer, and a Trailblazer, older, 2002 to 2005 vehicles. It will read every car in detail. It's a great car, resets airbags, airbag lights, SRS brake lights, and so on. So now we'll go pull that coil out and see if it was one I bought recently, and if so, we'll get it replaced. Okay, so I went to Advanced Auto and picked up my new coil here. This is the one that's going in. It's the one that came out, and they are 2 different colors. I think this gray one must be an original coil. There's no writing on it, no indication except for my blue X on the top. I'm not sure why that's the blue X, but this will be going in cylinder number 1. And wanted to show you this. Here's my receipt from Advanced Auto, but see the total savings, $30. Original price was over $70, but I had a 20% online discount and a $20 speed perks. It is an advantage to buying online and picking up at Advanced Auto. So, just for my intentions, I'm going to take the coil back off of cylinder 1, put it back in cylinder 2 where it came from, just so I can keep everything straight. This one is black and it has an X on it, so I don't know about that. Why why, I can't remember why I put the A. Back on cylinder 2. Make sure it's on there really well. Seems to be on there. So this one, new one in cylinder 1. And it does have writing on it. And so, plug him up. Up cylinder 2. Crank it up and clear our codes and run our test again. Okay, so wrapping up, we were able to switch the coils and find out, confirm coil 1 was bad. We just put everything back together. Cleared the codes. The code didn't come back. It's running much smoother. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Have a great day.